All right, everyone, the purpose of this video is to understand how to use these calculators in my class. So from now on, and this video is being taken in September, but from now on, I don't want anyone using their phones as calculators. We need to start using these calculators for any calculation that you're doing in my physics class. So I think a lot of us know how to use a calculator. I'm going to point out a few important things that you should know how to use on these specific calculators, and especially in physics. So I have a list of things here that we should focus on. Negative numbers, order of operations, and squares and square roots. So let's look at this calculator and let's talk about negative numbers. So if you ever want to enter a negative number, you do not want to use this minus sign. You want to use this one down here. Okay, so if I want to do -5, I would hit this one. And now say I do -5 plus 5, I bet all of you at home can figure out that the answer is going to be 0. Okay, so if you want to do negatives, use this button right here. All right, the second thing we'll talk about is order of operations. So what I'm seeing some people do when they enter a problem into the calculator, let's say we're supposed to do subtraction and then division. Like if we're trying to find velocity, we do maybe initial position minus final position, or sorry, final position minus initial position divided by time. Let's say it's 5 seconds, okay? Now this isn't going to work the way you want it to. What the calculator did was it did the division first, and then it does the subtraction. The order of operations is you have to do parentheses, and then exponents, and then division, and then subtraction. That's how the calculator is doing these operations. What we'd rather do instead is we can do this a couple of ways. One, we could do our subtraction first, get an answer, and then we can just say divide by the next number. And then we'll get our correct answer. So the whole point of this is just watch out for the order of operations, watch out for which order the calculator does things in. Calculator is going to do division first and then subtraction if you don't specify which one comes first. The other way you can specify which one comes first is by using parentheses. So we can go parentheses 9 minus 1 parentheses divided by 5. Now this looks just like the previous problem, but now the calculator is going to do what's in the parentheses first, and then it'll do the division. So then it will give us the correct answer. So watch out for the order of operations. And then finally, the last thing we'll talk about is squaring and square rooting. If you want to square a number with this calculator, you just take whatever number you're trying to square. Let's say I'm trying to square 8. Okay. There's this button right here that says x squared. Okay. If you just hit that one and then hit equals, you'll get the square of that number. Okay. The last thing I'll talk about is square root. Now this one is a little bit special where you have to hit this blue button first and then you have to hit the square button. You'll see this little symbol right up here. The little symbol right above the squared symbol is the square root symbol. So because it's in light blue, that means that we have to hit this light blue button first, hit the light blue button, and then we hit the squared button. And now it gives us the square root symbol. So you go blue button and then the squared button, and you'll get this square root symbol. And now I can take the square root of any number I want. So for example, the square root of like 100 should be 10. So I'll hit equals and I'll get 10. All right, so rewatch this video if you need an explanation on any of these things, but moving forward, we should use these calculators to do any of the math that we need to do in my physics class. All right, good luck.